my boyfriend, both in this situation. It's like two people in the middle of a body of water who don't know how to swim. We started, messing with some heroin here and there. And then we started doing it a little more and more. And my boyfriend, he would overdose like a lot when we do it, but I wasn't real educated on overdose or anything like that. I would like slap his face, put him in a cold shower. One time I put him in the shower and took him out in the snow without any clothes on to try to keep him alert, like completely ignorant about overdose. One time we're at a hotel room and I was kind of pissed off with my boyfriend. And so I was going to show him. So I'm mixing up a
Mhm.
shot and I threw some meth in there and I threw some heroin in there. And I was like, you know what? What the heck? I threw some more heroin in there. And I did it and I put the stuff up. I go down the stairs. It was like 4 flights of stairs to the vehicle where he was at. And I opened the door and I remember I started getting attacked. And so I started fighting back. And the lady grabbed my arms and she's like, hey, you need to stop fighting us. We're paramedics and you were dead when we got here. And so apparently, I had done too much heroin, and by the time I made it to the vehicle, I was overdosed. My boyfriend was throwing water and stuff on me, trying to keep me alive until they got there, and so they ended up taking me to the hospital, and nothing much happened. There was no education about anything. It was, "Let's make sure she's alive and send her home." Yeah, I went back to where I was at and continued doing what I was doing, and
Oh, man.
yeah, and so my boyfriend, he had gone to jail again not long after that. We were always in and out of jail constantly, and so he went to jail and he was in there for about 6 weeks, and I'm a good girlfriend, so Imma have all the drugs to welcome him home. And so, to get some of that noodles weight off, you know? So,
Right,
um,
right.
so we're doing all the drugs and everything, and he had been out for about 6 days at this point, and
Mhm.
he overdosed again in the room. So I drug him out of the room. They didn't have the Good Samaritan law then, and, I'm screaming for someone to call 911. Well, the ambulance and the cops showed up, and I remember they kept trying to get into my room, and I wouldn't let them in there
Mhm.
because I didn't wanna go to jail again. And the cop gets in my face, and he's screaming at me, and he's like, "When he dies, it's gonna be your fault. He's not gonna die. What are you talking about?" Because we literally I mean, common sense would tell you, "Hey, you're calling an ambulance because you're not responding, it's dangerous," but there
Mhm.
was literally no I was very ignorant about it. So,
Yeah.
they
Well,
ended
and
up
under the
taking her.
influence, you're not thinking about the long-term consequences or what's gonna
Right.
happen, right? That's just so out of the forefront of your mind when you're in active addiction.